Okay guys, so this week's challenge, what are we going to practice? What are the level 1, 2, 3 challenges I'm going to put in front of you guys? Now, sticking with the same model of let's just take a baby step, since we're all kind of at different stages of nutrition and diet, let's just put something out there, keep the bar low, make it easy. Level 1 challenge this week for the raw foods challenge, or the raw versus cooked foods challenge, is this. I'm always going to stick with the same prescription of education. Level 1 people, you don't have to do anything other than just read, educate yourself. It will influence your behaviors and you will change as a result. I know it. So try to get through as many articles as you possibly can. And I'm also going to add one more thing here. In level 1 practice, I just want you guys to stop cooking vegetables so long. Okay? Something I've done wrong for a number of years, and when I stopped doing it, I was very thankful. So if you want to cook them, go ahead and cook them. Just cook them less. Okay, see how much or how little you can cook a vegetable and still enjoy it. Chances are you'll find, like me, that the less you cook it, the better. It tastes better when you bite into it. It's crisp. It's not soggy. It has great nutrition, etc., etc. So if you're doing like I was doing for a long time and just cooking your food to death, stop doing that. All right, that's level 1 practice. That's pretty easy. Level 2 is a little bit different. What I want you guys to do is to start incorporating more raw foods in the diet, obviously, but I want you to try to include them as just snacks. So you're not really changing too much how you prepare breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or whatever meals you're eating. You're not really changing too much. You're just adding, sticking with that addition rule, which you talked about, where it's easy to add something than it is to take something away from somebody. So if you're sticking with the week's challenge where we were talking about number of meals per day, which was earlier on, a couple weeks back, you should be eating 5 to 6 meals per day. Go ahead and start generating a list of things that you agree with, your taste buds enjoy, that are natural or raw or uncooked. Celery sticks, carrot sticks, taking fruit to work, apples, bananas are easy to transport, grapes. One of my favorites is an avocado slice. You just take it to work, slice it in half, and take a spoon and enjoy that somewhere between breakfast and lunch. And I find that tides me over. It gives me energy, and I don't overeat at lunch. So you guys should be trying some of those techniques. Now you're starting to see where we're starting to mesh some of the old challenges in with the new one, and there's some synergy there. So what you'll find is your energy, probably after the second or third day of doing this, you should notice that your energy is more sustainable, or you have a higher level of energy than you have in the past. Because you're not having crappy snacks, you're having raw, highly nutritious, highly vibrant, energetic foods throughout the day, and your body's going to love that. Now level 3 practice, or the level 3 challenge, is I want you guys to try to shift the percentage of cooked foods and raw foods. I want you to play with that. I want you to take an honest inventory of how much of the food that you consume is either processed or cooked. Are you at 90% or 100% like the average American? Are you somewhere in the neighborhood of 70%? I want you to improve it as best you can. So for instance, what you will probably do is look at, let's say your average dinner kind of has a protein and then a couple different sides, or a protein and a vegetable type combination. At least that's what most people are consuming. So what I want you to do is, like we practice in our household, we try to not cook the vegetables if we don't have to. So we get out the food processor, we get out the knives, and we just cut them up differently, and we mix and match things together, looking for different flavors and combinations. We call it like the veggie surprise. You never really know what it's going to taste like or turn out, but it's got to be good because it's all raw, it's all organic, it's all healthy stuff. And then you can, if you're having good seasonings, having good healthy salts, which we'll get to in another challenge as far as condiments, but if you're having good spices, you shouldn't worry about spicing things up either. If you're having bad spices and bad salts, etc., don't dump all that crap on there. So try to have raw sides along with your protein. Again, it's no surprise. I've said it before. I love meat. I do eat meat often, but I try to combine it with an uncooked vegetable as well as whenever I can. A lot of times we'll have salads in our household, so we'll just throw a bunch of stuff in a dish, and we'll have some healthy salad dressing, of course, but then we'll still have our protein or our cooked meats. So I think that what I want you guys to do is take stock in, are you at 90%? If you are at that level, try to get it down to 85 or 80% cooked foods. Or if you want to look at it differently, how much raw food are you really truly getting in your diet? Is it 5% or 10% per week? Level 3 practices, try to bump that up. Put some time and some effort and commit to it, and try to get up to 20% or 30%. I think that you guys are going to get a lot out of this week's challenge if you really truly commit to it. If you read the articles down below and understand that if you're going to spend a lot of money on healthy, nutritious food, you're really, really robbing yourself of a lot when you go ahead and cook it down as much as a lot of us are. So I want you to enjoy this week's challenge. I know you're going to get a lot out of it, and I'll see you next week.